All right, welcome back to another Cares Credit YouTube channel video. Today, we're talking about business credit gas cards you can apply for that is not attached to your social security number and you apply solely through your EIN. Now, there's a lot of different gas card companies you can apply for. The given is to straight apply, through the gas card company name itself. So you got an Exxon gas card, you got a Shell station gas card, you got a BP station gas card. But they're also like a larger chain of fuel companies that kind of have a conglomerate of all the gas station companies together. One is Fuelman. Another one come to mind is Data. So what I recently was applied for and approved was the Fuelman business credit card. And this Fuelman card allows my business a net 30 account. So that means I have to pay this balance off every 30 days. And, I get to spend up to $9,000 in that month. So, my whole fleet of cars, have a few rental cars that I lease out on Toro and a hire car. So whenever I get those back and, they're, below half, use these to, fill them up and get them back on the road. But, mainly what I want to talk to you about today is how to get approved for these gas cards and which ones are some of the ones I use and which ones are, best and which ones are not so worth the money. So basically, to get approved for a business gas card or fuel card that's attached to your business solely, you must have a few trade lines established. There are some that, that accept new startup businesses. Depends on the industry that your business is in. Specifically trucking. If you have some type of business revenue coming in, you can get it, or you have at least like one other trade line. So say you have a truck or a vehicle that you lease in your business name, that counts as a trade line and it's easy to get approved for these business cards. But if you are a startup business and you want to start establishing those trade lines, you have to get up to maybe 4 or 5 to report to your Experian business, 2 or 3 to your Duns and Bradstreet Paydex, which you can monitor those through nav.com or Dun and Bradstreet's monitoring service. But once you have 5 or 6 trade lines set up through Experian business, and those mainly are your quills, your U lines. Some of the ones I covered in a previous video about net 30 vendors and starting establishing your business credit. You can check that video out. But yeah, once you get those 6 or 7 business lines of credit reporting, you're pretty much set up, guaranteed to get that fuel card of your liking. So basically what I did was just, go to these websites, typed in any local gas station near me. I go look those up, see what fuel programs they have for your business, apply solely through EIN. Some applications have social security number spots on them. That's more or less for Patriot Act reasons, or they will actually say, do you want a personal guarantee or PG? So if you actually fill that section out and put your social security number in that section, then yes, you will be, subject to pretty much them running your social and giving a hard pull in your credit. So that's why I always leave that part blank if possible. If it specifically says personal guarantee, then yes, it is a hard pull and you do not want to use that section. Sometimes it's optional, sometimes it's not. You can tell when it is. You always, wary about putting your social on the application. You can always freeze your credit for these type of vendors. Can't freeze your credit for business credit cards, but for store credit and gas fuel cards, you can freeze your personal credit and, you know, deny the hard pull. But so yeah, that's pretty much how you apply and get approved. I would say most gas cards are on your tier 2, you know, section of your business credit. But like I said, once you get, you know, a couple of trade lines reporting, they're not hard to get approved from. Oftentimes what they'll do is ask for a deposit. So if you are a new business, they may ask for a $200, you know, on up to a $500 deposit based on your fuel usage. So if it's $200 deposit, it probably starts you off with a $500 limit. So they kind of, you know, double what your deposit is for your limit. It's, you know, it's worth it. Like I said, you establish that trade line, so it's kind of like almost like a secured card. If you do go that route, I did go that route with my BP business card. So let's go to the business credit black book. Pull out my gas card section. This thing here's over $200,000 worth of business credit in here. But here are some of the business credit, business fuel cards I have. It's Fuelman, BP Solutions, Com Data. You know, this Com Data has a MasterCard logo on it. So with this MasterCard logo, I can use this pretty much like any credit card and go to any, you know, store and run this as a business credit card. But the bad part is I only have a net 55 to pay it back. I don't get the, you know, extended credit term. But like I said, these can be used as a true non-PG business credit card if you get the gas card with the MasterCard logo. And also Business Solutions through BP. It's a great card to have. There's a lot of BP stations in my area, so I use this quite a bit. Filling up my car, my fleet vehicles, you know, driving around the city, doing tasks for my business. But like I said, the Com Data MasterCard, Universal Fleet MasterCard, it's the gold ticket. Use this card any store you want. Followed by the Fuelman. So these are my top 3 I would apply for. Some other good ones, Shell. Shell's a good program. What else? But like Fuelman and Com Data and BP are kind of the larger ones. They encompass a lot more gas stations. So it's kind of the reason I use them a lot. So those 3. And then we got the new Fuelman. Yeah. That's it. My video on business credit fuel cards. Like I said, there are quite a few that you can apply for. Just make sure that you have your Experian business credit and your Duns and Bradstreet to at least report in 2 or 3 trade lines or more before you apply. Oftentimes, if you do apply through your EIN solely, they may ask for a deposit. So just remember that, you know, it's a benefit and a downfall to it. You know, you got to front the money up front, but you know, later on you just have your business credit start to establish, and that's a win-win in the long term. So you got to think about it that way. When you start your business, sometimes you got to, you know, pay your extra expenses you don't plan on paying, but it's all worth it, you know, in the long run. So till next time.